Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing the perfume version of my previous video, which was my top body mists of 2021. In that video, I did top 20. Now for perfumes, I didn't want to do top 20 just because I thought that would be a lot to take in. So for this video, I'm going to do my top 10. Technically it's 11, but we'll call that one an honorable mention. These are the perfumes that I basically used the most in 2021. I do have other perfumes in my collection, obviously, that I wore during the year. I just feel like these were like my go-tos. If I ever just was not sure what to wear, this was just what I picked because I know that when I wear them, I'm going to love how I smell. I also get a lot of compliments on these. So it's just like, these are like my type of scents, and you're gonna find that a lot of these are sweet. I'm not huge into florals. There is some that are more floral than others. Seductive, sexy, sweet is like my go-to type of scent. So that's what I basically wore all year round. There's a lot of perfumes that I discovered towards the end of 2021 and even like beginning of this year that I'm like in love with, and I see myself using those like every single day this year. But of course I didn't want to include those just because I wanted to be a little bit more like true to this video. You know, I wasn't going to include something that I only use for like a month. I do have like a good high and low mixture. You guys know I'm not a perfume snob. If something smells good, it smells good. Before we get into this video, as per usual, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on. And if you want to see my top 10 most worn / loved perfumes of 2021, then just keep watching. I'm gonna start off with this perfume. Now these are two perfumes, but I'm counting them as one. These guys right here. So this is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl, obviously the OG. And then I recently discovered, well, it's not that recent, it's been like a few months, but this is the Good Girl Supreme, which I have fallen head over heels, get it, in love with. The original Good Girl is just such a go-to, such a complimented scent. My husband goes crazy for this stuff. There's something in here, it's like literally, it has like pheromones in it. I don't know what it's got going on, but literally it's like a man killer. If you love deeper, darker, sensual, really sexy scents, you're going to love the original Good Girl. And this has a heck of a lot of notes in it. Like literally it's insane. It has top notes of almond, coffee, bergamot, lemon, middle notes of tuberose, jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, orris, Bulgarian rose, and base notes of tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, amber, musk, cashmere wood, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. You got everything basically going on, and you'd probably think based off of the fact that this has so many notes that it would be like super overwhelming, but really the notes are so well blended in here. I don't even know what I'm picking up when I smell it. It starts off like pretty fresh because the top notes are like citrusy. I mean, you still get the like almond and coffee. Then the middle notes come in and you get some like of those gorgeous florals. Those florals are like the best florals ever in here. And then once the base notes hit, you get a lot of tonka in here, which I can definitely smell. It's like this really nice vanilla overall. Oh my god, this is a stunning scent. This is just like that one fragrance that every woman needs. This will forever be in my collection. Like no matter how many perfumes I own, if I ever decide to get rid of all my perfumes one day, which will not happen, but if that's the case and I can only keep like 10 perfumes for life, you know, this guy is going to stay with me forever. And then this one right here, the reason why I'm including them together is because obviously they are flankers and they're the same but different. So this one is for those of you that have tried the original, and although like I said the original still has a lot of sweetness in it, it's more so, I don't even want to categorize it as a fresh scent because it's not. It's like really woody and sensual and deep and dark. But this one is for those of you that want a little bit more sweetness to it, and especially if you love berry notes, which you all know I do, then that's why this one will be really good fit for you in case you, for some reason, I don't know what reason, but in case you didn't like the original Good Girl. This one's a little bit more simple on the notes. It only has top notes of forest fruits and Egyptian jasmine, middle notes of tonka bean, tuberose, and base notes of vetiver. So clearly it's a lot more simplified. You still get a little bit of the original DNA of Carolina Herrera in here, but it's a lot more deep and more berry-like and just sweet overall. Almost like candy sweet kind of thing. But basically just overall a lot more sweeter than the original one, coming from like a fruity berry aspect. So if that's something that you like, then you would probably love this, and that's exactly why I love it. But still, I had to include both in this because I can't pick one. Like, I love them equally, and the original one is just so good, it cannot be beat. Those are my top 2 most used. I think those will be like my most used every single year. My next most used, we have La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier. As you can tell, I've made a pretty decent dent into this, and I love this along with millions of people out there. This is just such a unique scent. It's very sweet overall. It's very simple on the notes. It's a gourmand for sure, but there's like pear in it. La Belle is top notes of pear and bergamot, middle notes of floral notes and leather, and base notes of vanilla, vetiver, amber, and musk. The main things that you're gonna smell in here are like vanilla and pear. A lot of people have described this as smelling like a pear pie. Like, it's really warm and gourmand and decadent, but it's still very, very feminine and very mature, like sexy mature. There's nothing juvenile about this scent at all because of that vetiver. Like, even if you are somebody that doesn't usually like vetiver notes, which, I mean, vetiver is kind of like hit or miss, but in here it just works with all of the other notes. It gives it like that little sexy quality. It matures this up, because I feel like if you just had pear and vanilla, that would kind of smell a little basic, and there's nothing basic about this scent. So this is really good for all of you gourmand lovers out there, but it's not gonna make you smell like food. Like, there's definitely like a perfumey quality to this. It's popular for a reason. Everybody loves this scent, and again, it's a super complimented scent, and definitely a man-eater scent for sure. So that is La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier. All right, my next scent, this. I did not expect to fall in love with this as much as I did. I've made hauls on all of these pretty much this year, but this one right here, when I made that haul, I told you guys how much I love this scent. And when I first bought this, I was like, I literally don't ever want to wear anything ever again. And I always go through that phase with scents that I really like at first, and then it kind of dies down after a while because I have so many perfumes. I want to like use all of them. But with this one, when I first bought it, and even now that I've had it for a while, I always go back to it. This scent is just something else. Like, the name Euphoria is so spot on for this scent. Side note, this is like completely unrelated to this video, but speaking of Euphoria, I recently started to watch Euphoria. I don't have HBO, so I literally bought all the episodes on YouTube because I was like desperate. And that show is taking me for a ride. Like, oh my god, there's a lot of things going on. I think I'm at the end of season 1. I know that they just released season 2, but it's a lot. If you watch Euphoria, comment down below and let me know your thoughts, because my brain, like, every time I finish an episode, I'm like, I literally just sit there and look at the screen, and I'm just like processing everything that I just saw. Anyways, okay, back to the video. So Euphoria is absolutely amazing. This has a really gorgeous pomegranate note. You know, you get me with the pomegranate note. Okay, so of course there's top notes of pomegranate, persimmon, I don't know, green accord, middle notes of black orchid, lotus, champaca, and base notes of mahogany, amber, black violet, and whipped cream. I think what I love about this scent is that it's so woody, and I'm gonna say sexy for a lot of these because that's just what I look for in fragrances. It has like this deep woody dry down, but then that pomegranate, and it's just such a good mixture of both. It does have like a masculine cologne vibe to it as well. I still think this is very feminine, but it has a little touch of masculine quality to it, which I'm obsessed with. And then that whipped cream just rounds everything up. This is really strong. It's a heavy hitter. It has great projection. It'll stay on your skin and your clothes for days. If you want a heavy hitter type of scent, this is going to be it. It's like a spicy pomegranate, woody, ambery mixture. It's one of those scents that's really hard to explain. You gotta smell this for yourself. But coming from a name like Euphoria, that's exactly what you get. Like, when you smell this, I know that the name is Euphoria, so that's why it's reminding me of the show Euphoria. But this is like, if that show, like, you know how all the colors in Euphoria are like really deep and really dark and kind of like purpley or blue tones, you know, and like all the glitter and all of that, like that's what this scent smells like. So Euphoria is the perfect name for it. This scent is like super simple, and I bought this on a whim. I've had it in my collection for a very long time. That is Stella McCartney Pop, and as you can tell, I'm like halfway through it. It is a little 1 fluid ounce bottle, but I have been wearing the absolute crap out of this, and I love this scent, and I need to get a backup. I need to get a bigger size of it. It's such a simple scent, but it has weirdly become like my signature scent. I cannot get enough of this. There's something in here that, oh my god, it smells so good. It's a celebrity fragrance. It's insanely affordable, but wow, does it smell amazing. It has a really interesting note in it, which honestly I think is why I love this scent, which is weird because I don't like this note. So it has top notes of tomato leaf. Tomato is like my least favorite thing to eat ever. Like if I'm ordering a burger, a salad, whatever the case, I'm always saying no tomato. I cannot stand tomato, but tomato leaf gives me such a nostalgic feeling because when I lived in Albania and growing up, my grandma had like tomato plants. If you've ever smelled a tomato leaf, oh my god. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I have like a memory attached to it, but the scent of tomato leaf is just so nostalgic and just one of those scents that it just puts you at ease, you know? And I just love that scent, and this has it, and you can smell it, but not in a weird way, because who wants to smell like a freaking tomato leaf? It's very perfumey, it's very, very sweet, but it has like this earthiness to it, like a green scent about it, but it's not super green because this has a ton of sweetness and there is like a creamy vibe to it at the same time. Along with that tomato leaf, there's green mandarin and violet leaf. There's middle notes of frangipani, tuberose, and violet, and base notes of musk, sandalwood, and cedar. There's no like vanilla notes in here, but I'm getting a sweetness. Like there is definitely a sweetness in here. I know that's a lot of florals, so coming from somebody that doesn't really love florals, this does not really smell floral to me. I don't know, it's just really sweet and creamy. I don't know if I'm biased because I freaking love this scent, but to me this doesn't smell like a celebrity scent at all. Even though it's super affordable and I've had this in my collection now for a year or over a year, it's one of those that will stay, and it's my go-to. Like literally if I'm like running out the door and I don't really have time to like contemplate which perfume I'm gonna wear, I'm like, okay, I grab this, I spray it, and I smell bomb all day. And side note, I actually got this because of a Kathleen Lights video where she talked about this, and she described this as smelling like Barbies. Like, you know, when you had Barbies as a kid, that sweet plasticky scent. That kind of sounds bad, but really, I get exactly what she means by that scent because I grew up playing with Barbies and I get it. So that is Stella McCartney Pop. Now a classic that again I will just wear year after year after year. This is like my signature scent, I want to call it. This is of course the one and only Alien by Thierry Mugler. One of like the most popular, most talked about perfumes ever. Like whether you like this or not, you've heard of Alien. It's so simple, like the notes are so simple. It's such a simple composition, but the way that this smells would make you think that this has like 300 notes in it. Like it's so complex, you don't know what you're smelling. The name Alien is so fitting to this because it smells so alien-like and so unlike any other scent that you've smelled, considering there's only jasmine, woodsy notes, and amber in here. Like those are the only notes. I don't know how this smells so freaking complex. Like there has to be something that they're not putting out in the notes, like a secret ingredient in here, because oh my god, this smells like a freaking magic potion. The jasmine is so heavy in this, but it's in such a beautiful way. Most people really, really love this, and it's tons of people's signature scent. People that love this cannot live without it, like me, but I know that there's a lot of people that also dislike this. I used to spend a lot of my summers and vacations in Greece because I have family there, and literally in Greece, everybody used to smell like this. I don't know if they still do. I haven't been in a while, and I really want to go. But back then, like circa 2015, I want to say, everyone smelled like Alien. Like this was so popular over there. Let me know. I know I have a lot of Greek followers, so let me know if you agree. Let me know if Alien is like one of your favorites. It was like Alien and Angel were super popular there. That's what got me introduced to Alien because my cousins used to wear it all the time. So this is like love and nostalgia all into one, and it will forever be like my go-to scent. I love it. My next scent, another go-to, this one right here is YSL Manifesto. I'm cherishing this because it's only a 1 fluid ounce bottle, which is the only amount that I could find this in because I went on like a journey to try to find this in store around me. Nobody had it, and I finally found this little perfume shop, and she overpriced the crap out of this. I have a little story time actually on my channel, but basically I like paid so much more, and then once I got out of the store, the sticker, I think I paid like $100 and something, and I go in my car and there was actually a sticker on the back of the bottle that I hadn't seen, and the sticker was for like $70. So I overpaid like freaking $30 because I listened to what she said. Like, she ripped me off. I have a whole story time about it when I first hauled this, but anyways, still I'm like, it's worth it. It's worth every penny. This is so good. It's a spicy vanilla. It's very oriental. It's very unique. It's super strong. It's mature, but it's sexy mature. There's top notes of black currant, bergamot, and green notes. Middle notes of jasmine, sambac, lily of the valley, and base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, and cedar. This is just another one of those scents that is so unique. You haven't smelled anything like it before, but the composition is just out of this world. At first spray, you'll get like a little burst of bergamot, kind of like fresh, but then it kind of dies down. You get the vanillas coming in, and it is just overall like an ultra feminine, warm, grown up vanilla scent, but vanilla in a way that you've never smelled it before. It's not like super sweet vanilla, like not in a gourmand way. It's more so like a very perfumey vanilla. I know a lot of you have bought this because of me, and you guys have said that you freaking love this. So that is just, it's sexy. I swear they discontinue like the best scents ever, and this just is one of them. So that is YSL Manifesto. You need to get your hands on. Okay, I feel like some of these scents I like haven't really talked about on my channel, but I like use them all the time, and I feel like this one is one of them. I don't even remember the last time I've ever really talked about this scent. This is Juicy Couture Bodacious. Now, this scent gets me every time. Weirdly enough, there's a lot of coconut in here, and you can definitely smell it, but it doesn't annoy me, and it's very creamy, and it's not too beachy. It's more so like summery scent, not so like beachy. It's so creamy, it's so sweet. This is very sexy to me. I know a lot of juicy scents are more so on like the juvenile, kind of immature side, even though, don't get offended when I say that, like I wear them all the time. I got this because of Hannah Bakes. She was saying such good things about this. She said that this smells like a hot girl. This definitely smells to me like the popular girl at your school. I feel like everything I'm saying in this video is like I'm relating it to Euphoria, because I've watched so much of it and my brain is like, it's just Euphoria. This one to me smells like what you think Maddie would smell like. If you watch the show Euphoria, then you already know. She's a hot girl, she's confident, she smells amazing. In here you have top notes of melon, pear, Italian mandarin, middle notes of tiare flower, white ginger lily, jasmine sambac, and base notes of coconut milk, tonka bean, and driftwood. So technically there's no real coconut in here, it's just coconut milk. So that's why I'm saying this is very creamy, and you get a hint of a coconut scent, but it's not nauseating, and it doesn't really have any correlation to the Viva La Juicies. Like almost all of them, to me, they all smell super similar, almost identical to the original, but this one is completely different from the Viva La Juicy DNA. Like it's still that like juicy girly girl sweet type of scent, but this one is way different, and I believe this is also discontinued, but if you want this, you can find it on like Fragrantica and all those kind of websites. So that is Juicy Couture Bodacious. The next scent, this is a scent that I have raved about on my channel, and it was included in my most affordable perfumes that smell super expensive video, because that's just this scent. This is Guess Seductive Noir. This scent is one of those scents that you almost want to like gatekeep because it's so good and you want nobody to find out about it. I have gotten such good feedback on this. Like I have put so many people onto this, and I swear everyone that has bought this has commented back on my channel and they're like, I went and bought this because of you, and it's literally like my most favorite scent in the world. So Guess Seductive Noir it never really had a hype, but the only reason why it had even a little bit of a hype before is because this is very similar to Mugler by Guerlain, which is a very popular scent, I feel like. But I smelled that scent. I don't own it because when I smelled it, I didn't really love it. And I prefer this one. This is way more creamy and way more smooth, in my opinion, than Mugler. I think Mugler has like this bit of like this patchouli note. I don't know if it has patchouli in it or not, but I swear I can smell like a really intense patchouli dry down that kind of like throws me off, and this one doesn't have it. This one is way more smooth and it's just so freaking good. The dry down is phenomenal. In here you get top notes of sage, bergamot, and peony. It's middle notes of iris, jasmine, sambac, and lily of the valley, and base notes of vanilla, velvet, and Haitian vetiver. This scent scared me off, and it's the reason why I didn't get it for the longest time, because I would read reviews that would say it's very, very green-like and it's very fresh, and that's not always the types of scents that I like, so that's why I hesitated getting it. But once I smelled this, I mean, there's a greenness to it, but not in the way that you think. I think this kind of has like this licorice type of vibe to it, even though there's no licorice. In my opinion, the vetiver note that is in here is the same kind of note that is in the Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle, because I swear they smell so similar. Obviously, they differentiate a lot on a lot of other notes, but that vetiver smells so similar to me. Like every time I smell this, and I smell that vetiver, it reminds me of La Belle a lot. This one's way deeper, darker. It's just like a lot more overall. The main difference I think between this and the original Mugler is that this one lacks a lavender note, and I know that a lot of people dislike lavender notes, so I think that if you don't like lavender notes and you didn't like Mugler, this one you might like, because it's I think that's the reason why this is way more smooth and creamy overall. There's nothing really sharp about this scent. This is a gorgeous, in my opinion, dark, sexy, seductive vanilla scent with like this earthy greenness to it, but in the best way possible, and it lasts forever. And this scent is literally like $15, so if you could find this in like your TJ Maxx, Burlington's, I think I found mine at TJ Maxx, I definitely recommend snatching this up for $15. I would literally pay over $100 for this scent, so for $15, that's insane. You need to snatch it if you find it. Like, it's a need. This literally smells like $1,000,000, and people have confirmed that. All right, my next scent, I did discover this towards the end of 2021, but I could not include this because, oh my god, I fell in love with this when I first smelled this. I did a community tab, I believe, on this when I first bought it, because I could not tell you guys about it. Like, literally the moment that I bought it, I was like, what is this? Like, why hadn't I not been told to get this fragrance in the past? So this right here is Jimmy Choo Illicit. I picked this up at TJ Maxx for, I believe, like $40. It was very inexpensive considering it is a designer scent, but I do believe it is discontinued. If you love scents like Elie Saab, Girl of Now, Black Opium, La Vie Belle, you know, that type of scent family, although I do think this is better than all of those scents. This is gourmand deliciousness. Again, this smells like a hot girl. Like, literally, this smells sexy and hot. There is ginger, bitter orange, middle notes of jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, and rose, and base notes of honey, amber, caramel, vanilla, sandalwood, and cashmere wood. This kind of starts off with that bitter orange, but literally only for a second before the honey note comes in and the amber and the caramel. The top things you're going to smell in this is caramel, vanilla, and honey. There is a little bit of like a jasmine, sambac, orange blossom vibe to it as well, but it's very light on the florals. It's overall like a super sweet, gourmand, ultra feminine scent, and it is beautiful. If you love gourmand scents, Jimmy Choo Illicit is just a sexy go-to sweet gourmand scent. My next scent, this right here, is the KKW fragrance, the Nude Lips. It was a collaboration that she did with Kylie Jenner, and they have like 3 in this line. They have a pink one, they have a red one, and they have this one. The other ones are very floral. I think the pink one is more so like a tropical coconut version, which I think actually smells really nice, but I haven't been able to find it. And then the red one is super floral. I'm like with that one, but this one is a hit for me. This hits everything that I love. This is very sexy. Again, I feel like I've said that about 300 times in this video, but okay, like that's just the case with all of them. Like, what can I say? So this one has a tropical vibe to it as well, but this is more so, you know, that scent that like your skin has when it's been like sun-kissed. You get ready, you go out to dinner. This is the scent that you spray on. Like, it's like a beachy tropical vacation type of scent, but not in like a coconut type of way. It's not so like aquatic. It just puts you in the mindset of like vacation. There's top notes in here of solar notes, spices, and lily of the valley, middle notes of magnolia, jasmine, and peony, and base notes of Tahitian vanilla, amber, and musk. That Tahitian vanilla is definitely, for me, the star of the show in here. There is a pretty big con with this. The fact that this is all you're getting. It's a little 1 fluid ounce perfume, and that's the standard size for this. You can't get it any bigger. Otherwise, I would, because I freaking love this. I have said that the packaging weirds me out, you know. This gives me MAC Creme de Nude vibes, which I also recently picked up, and I absolutely love Creme de Nude. But this one's more creamy and smooth than Creme de Nude. Creme de Nude is a little bit more spicy, but they share very similar qualities. I've been pairing it up with a Bath & Body Works body mist that I think smells really similar to this. And if you want to find that out, stay tuned for a future body mist to perfumes video, because that will be coming out soon. If you love warm amber vanilla type of scents, this is it. Speaking of MAC scents, this one might kind of like shock you guys. When I first hauled this, I have no idea how long ago I hauled this, but when I first hauled this, I said that I didn't really like it because coming from the name that it has, I was expecting it to be way more sweet, and it ended up being more so on the fresh side when I first tried it out. This is one of those scents where like I didn't really love in the beginning, and now I'm like head over heels, and that is MAC Candy Yum Yum. I did not like this in the beginning. Like I said, I thought it was too fresh, and I was expecting something way sweeter. And then one day, actually one night, I was out of the shower and I really wanted to spray on a perfume. Like I was just really feeling like a nice sweet vibe, and this kind of was speaking to me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear that. And I sprayed it. When I tell you, my husband was all over me, and he was smelling at my neck, and he was like, you smell so good. He kept repeatedly telling me that, and I kept smelling myself as well, and it just smelled so yummy and so sweet and so like creamy. And I was like, where did this come from? Because I could swear that when I first smelled this, I was like just hit with so much like freshness, and then out of nowhere, it's become like my go-to scent somehow. I don't know, I love this. This is top notes of guava, middle notes of cherry blossom and iris flower, and base notes of cotton candy and vanilla. Something that I've realized is that I love guava notes. I actually realized that when I first tried out Fiji Sunshine Guavatini from Bath & Body Works, which is another scent that my husband actually really loves. So I'm starting to think that he also really loves guava scents. Let me know any perfumes out there that have guava that I need to try out, because I would definitely be on the lookout. But yeah, this one has just blown me away. Somehow it's gotten a lot creamier and a lot sweeter. It's very fruity. It kind of does open up with like this burst of freshness, but really quickly you do get the sweeter notes. You get the vanilla, which kind of like creamifies this. That sounds really gross. I don't know why I just said that. It's very sweet. It's very girly. It's not the most like mature, sexy scent out there, but you're gonna smell good. I had to include it in this video because I've been wearing this non-stop lately. I think with the summertime coming up, this is going to be so good because it's so sweet and girly, but it also has that like fresh, kind of like really fruity, upbeat scent to it coming from that guava that during the summer it's just going to be that perfect mixture of like sweet and refreshing. It's not going to weigh you down, but you're going to smell freaking amazing. So that is MAC Candy Yum Yum. So that is it for this video. Those are my top 10. Oh, I believe this was my honorable mention. I didn't even say that, but it was top 10, but really 11. I just want to make it top 10 because it kind of looks nicer as a title. I hope you guys liked my picks. Let me know which of these you have in your collections, how you like them. And please let me know any other perfume recommendations I need to try out for 2022 so that I can include them in future videos. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!